Welcome, friends. It's another fantastic day for gaming. We are in the boss battle with Cerberus now. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with as many people as you know. It really helps my channel grow. Now let's get started. A roar silences the crowd. The damned souls know very well what accompanies the thunder of the three maws, and they cower in terror. Cerberus is both the jailer and the foreman, and there is not a soul there that has not been flayed by him. The hungry eyes and salivating mouth still bear the appearance of the most feared hound in mythology. However, the blood running down his back shows that the beast is injured, his body and pride. Behold! Apicius, the master of this ceremony, appears in the stands. The guardian of the third circle! For a long time he barked and tore our skin with his devilish claws, but the last judgment has arrived! Come, rise from the mud and claim the meat that was stolen from you. Let the feast begin! The crowd goes wild. Excited, the gluttons, always famished, stagger towards you and the creature with bared teeth. They know that in the arena there are only killers or meals. You have to discover which of them you are. This is Cerberus. He is an oversized figure. Each triangle space adjacent to his zone allows a melee character to attack him. Each zone adjacent to Cerberus is considered to be the area Cerberus occupies. This is considered to be in the same area as him. Additionally, oversized malefactors occupy 2 levels. His feet are the ground level and his head is level 1. You only need to be at level 1 to be considered above him. Characters can climb Cerberus. Only one can occupy him at a time. The character who is on top of Cerberus has special rules. Blind spot. Malefactors and minions are unable to target him unless the card specifically says a character in that position. He is considered engaged in combat for melee, but a ranged character may attack from above. And lastly, nudge. Whenever a champion inflicts 1 or more wounds on Cerberus when attacking from this blind spot, that champion may rotate Cerberus's model 90 degrees in any direction of their choice. Cerberus's head is treated like any other small pillar or building. They can jump, move, or leap off of it. There are 2 minions in this confrontation, the glutton here, and the Knights of the Order here. The mercenary is in the front of the group, devotee on top, and artist on bottom, and the outlaw is in the back. And the siege crossbow is a special furniture added for this scenario. This is Cerberus. He's got 7 sturdiness and a threshold of 2. The Knights of the Order have 4, and the gluttons 4. His special rule, Obstinate, Cerberus does not turn around when an attack is made to his back. Now, in this scenario, the Knights of the Order are our allies because of the discovery path that we got, and we rescued them. So they will help to attack Cerberus. On the fiercest track, Mercenary is the least fierce, followed by the Artist, Outlaw, and Devotee. We have our objective to defeat Cerberus. This is Cerberus's deck of action cards. This is the events that control the Knights of the Order and the events that control the Gluttons. When minions suffer wounds, they do not discard any cards from any decks. If it's Gluttons, they are not removed from the board. Instead, they faint, lay them down. In addition, Knights of the Order will be defeated whenever their attack inflicts wounds on Cerberus, only if it's a successful attack. The caravan starts, prepare 1, invigorate 3, everyone has 9 vigor. Matthias will start with 1 willpower and 1 inspire token. He also brings the Ouroboros medallion and the Mark of Indolence. Kyra will have 1 inspire. She brings with her the heavy gauntlets and the burden of Sisyphus. Her contortionist trait. Marie has willpower 2 token. She brings with her the armor reinforcement, the flames of Dite, and the stubborn trait. The outlaw will have inspire 1. He brings with him the Pelian spear, the waters of Cocytus, and the angry trait. The artist and the outlaw are the first to reach Dante. He is tied with such skills that untying all the knots on the poet's hands and feet is not easy, even for them. Poet, listen to me, the rebel speaks as he cuts the ties, but the time they have is very short. We will not be able to get you out of here now. Try to stay away from the beast. Leave the monster slaughter to us. A plan that leaves the Florentine agitated. The Florentine's dramatic protests, however, do not catch your attention. The real spectacle is about to begin. The confrontation ends when the caravan manages to fulfill one of the confrontation objectives, or the champions are defeated. Additionally, if Cerberus steps into the area Dante is in, he defeats Dante and the confrontation ends in failure. The devotee will go first. She will move 4. Then she will punish the wicked, she's already the fiercest, and attack with +1 die bonus against the glutton. And if she succeeds in wounding him, then she will receive Inspire 1. and they do not counterattack, so that's a success. She is down to 5 vigor. It's the Outlaw's turn, and he's going to move 2. He is in the same zone as a palisade. He can interact with it to push it to another space in the same zone or in range 1. He will push it into that area so that Cerberus will trip over it. Whenever a minion, malefactor, or a champion runs into a palisade or moves into one, they take a wound. Then he will play Claim the Trophy. He becomes the fiercest champion. He will do a +1 die attack against a glutton, and if he wounds him, he may set a trap within range 2. Got 4. That does it. That will knock him down, and he will place a trap right there. Now the Outlaw is angry. If he overcomes his sturdiness of 4, then he gets to Empower 2. But if he doesn't use the Empower 2 before the end of this turn, it will reset to 0. The artist will go next and climb up to the Siege Crossbow. She will play Break the Shell to become the second fiercest champion and Invigorate 4. She's at 11 vigor now. And the next attack made by any champion against a malefactor within range 2 this turn, consider its target sturdiness to be 2 points lower, so it goes from 7 to 5. The mercenary is going to attack next. He will play Mighty Shot to become the third fiercest champion with a +2 dice bonus, and he'll discard all of his maneuver cards to get 9 more. So he's rolling 11 plus 3 from his weapon. The sturdiness is 5 this time. Good start. 9 hits and 2 fumbles. 18. He'll spend an Inspire 1 to flip the fumble. That gives 20 damage. That's 4 wounds. Champion in Cerberus's blind spot is knocked down. That's not going to happen. Inflict 3 base damage on the fiercest champion within range 1 of Cerberus. Cerberus is considered to be in this spot, so range 1 would be Matthias. He takes 3 damage. He's down to 6 vigor. If Dante is on the board, move 1 with Destroyer 4 approaching him. Now passing a palisade and entering a trap will cause 2 more wounds. That brings down his action deck to 20. The mercenary will spend the Ouroboros medallion to recall, so he brings his maneuver back, and then Empower 2. So using Mighty Shot again, he'll get +2 dice bonus, +2 from Empower. He becomes the second fiercest, and he's targeting Cerberus again. He gets to roll 7. That's exactly what he needed. Advance to the area the closest glutton at any range is in. Then throw that minion at the area the farthest champion at any range is in, inflicting 2 damage to them and each character there. Face the farthest champion at any range. He will advance to this space. He destroys the stairs entirely, destroys and shoves the pillar down, and he picks up the glutton and tosses him at the artist. And she takes 2 damage. She's down to 9 vigor, and he maintains this facing. The Outlaw is going to climb Cerberus to avoid her rampage during her turn. He's at 5 vigor. Malefactor moves 3 with Destroyer 8 in a straight line. Then face the fiercest champion at any range. That champion suffers Stun 3 with Fatigue 3 unless a champion was hit in the first step. 1, 2, destroys the stairs, and the pillar is cast aside. 3, the fiercest champion is the Outlaw, but since he's in the blind spot, Cerberus will face the second fiercest, which is Matthias, the mercenary. He will be stunned 3 with 3 Fatigue. He can take 1 stun, but 2 more is 6 damage. He has now suffered his second wound and resets to 6 vigor. Each knight of the order moves to approaching Cerberus. Each knight inflicts 4 damage on each glutton and each enemy in the area they are in. Amass 2. Shuffle this deck and return this card to the bottom after resolving it. This knight is already considered in the area of Cerberus, so he would attack the glutton if he was raised, or Cerberus. This knight will move 2. Amass is essentially spawning, so a new knight would spawn here. There are no more spaces in this zone, and the second spawn zone is here. There's a max of 4 knights at any one time. Each raised glutton, well, there is none, they're all down. Each raised glutton, no. Raise up to 3 fainted gluttons, and then return this to the bottom of the deck. Let's raise all the closest 2 champions. 1 there, and 1 there. Man, I can't imagine if the knights were against us. A new round begins. Prepare 1, rebuild decks, invigorate 3. The Outlaw and the Devotee is at 8 vigor. The Mercenary is at 9, and the Artist is at 12. Additionally, the Mercenary draws the Urine Sin. The Artist will go next. She will use Swear to become the second fiercest and receive 1 aggressiveness token. The Devotee will go next. She will use Guidance to attack Cerberus. Her weapon is an unlimited range, and she is technically above him because his paws are considered ground floor. Commits a wound. The next attack by any champion will receive Precision 2. Wow, nice. No counterattacks, one straight wound, down to 18 cards left in his deck. She will use Flames of Dite to recall the card she just spent. And she will use it again to attack the glutton that is below her. Only needs 4. Got it. No counterattacks, of course. The devotee is going to move to the other building. She is down to 6 vigor. The artist will deliver Burden of Sisyphus. She's down to 11 vigor. And the devotee will use this now. Now that building moved 4 spaces, and it deals 4 damage for each step that it took. So that's 16 damage to Cerberus. His sturdiness is 7, so that's 2 wounds, bringing it down to 16. So based on my understanding of the rules, I get to shove the malefactor in range 1 of the building. And I'm going to do it right here. That way, they don't take out the knights, who are my allies. Then the devotee will interact with the arc to get a findings card. She gets Waters of Acheron, which she'll use right away to invigorate 4. She's back to 9 vigor and empower 2. She will catch her breath to receive Inspire 1. The artist will go next. The artist will use Claim to become the second fiercest, and she will draw a findings card. She picks up 5th Bulge's Tar. When a malefactor within range 1 is about to counterattack, discard this to cancel it. She will also make Restoring Pact. Draw 2 sin cards to cause the mercenary to restore 1. So he now is back to 1 wound instead of 2. And she got Yearn and Murder. The artist will use the Siege Crossbow. Must take Stun 1. The number of dice rolled is the sturdiness of the target. So she will target Cerberus, and she will roll 7 dice. There's 10. She will spend her aggressive token to make it 16. That's 2 wounds, and there is a counterattack. Actually, she will spend her Inspire 1 to flip a fumble and prevent any counterattack. Cerberus has 14 cards remaining in his deck. The crossbow is now unloaded. Now she will use Hand Crossbow to stun 1. She will get 2 dice for each cooldown, which is 2, so 4 dice plus 3 here, 7, against the glutton in her space. That's enough. The outlaw is next. You set a trap within range 2, and he gets an additional one since he has wound. 1, 2. Rancorous Shot. He's already the fiercest champion. Make an attack with +2 dice bonus. He will draw a sin card, so the total is up to 8 dice now, and he can set another trap. He's picked up Enamor. He will roll 11 dice, 12 hits, and he will Inspire 1 to flip the fumble. That's 2 wounds and no counterattacks. And since he's in his blind spot, he can redirect him 90 degrees. Whoa, buddy, face those traps. He has 12 cards remaining in his deck. The mercenary will go next, and now he's the fiercest with Warning Shot. He's going to do a +2 dice attack against the last standing glutton. Needs 4, and that does it. Frenzied Assault. Move 3 with Destroyer 8 in a straight line. Then face the fiercest champion, which is the mercenary. That champion suffers Stun 3 with Fatigue 3, unless a champion was hit in the first step. Loses a wound for stepping into the trap. The pillar is shoved, and he takes a second wound from that trap, and ends there, and faces the mercenary. The mercenary has 2 open slots, so he can take Stun 2, but the third stun would then result in 3 vigor loss, bringing him down to 6. Cerberus only has 10 cards remaining. The knights move 3, approaching the enemy closest to them, which is Cerberus. Then inflict 4 damage on each glutton and each enemy. Then amass 1. Return this card to the bottom. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. These 2 knights inflict 4 damage on Cerberus. That's 8 of his sturdiness, 7. A successful wound causes them to be eliminated. Then amass 1. And the knight's turn is over. For the gluttons, there are no raised gluttons. So skip the first 2, then raise 2 gluttons, and return this to the bottom of the deck. Let's do these 2. The new round, prepare 1, invigorate 3, and rebuild their decks. The outlaw has 11 vigor, devotee 12, artist 12, mercenary 9. When the outlaw attacked Cerberus while in his blind spot, he took a sin card to empower his attack. Drawing a sin card allowed him to also place a trap, which I forgot to place, in range 2. Cerberus was here, so in range 2, he would have placed 1 there. And on that note, the outlaw will catch a breath and set a trap within range 2. He will also pay 4 vigor, he's down to 7, to remove the sin card from his hand. and he will place it there. The artist will go next. She plays Coordinate to become the second fiercest. She may move 2 with Climb. You may spend these movement points as if they were vigor points to perform the interact and deliver item basic actions. So she will actually deliver 5th Bolgia's Tar to the devotee, then open the arc to get a new finding. And she picks up Lustful Gale. Then you or another champion at any range receives Invigorate 4, Empower 4, or Inspire 1 at your choice. She will choose Inspire 1. The mercenary is going to do Performance. Copy a maneuver that is on another champion's board. He's going to copy the artist. Consider you are wielding their weapon if you were making an attack. So he will get 1 fierceness. He's already the fiercest champion. Move 2 with Climb, and he's going to Empower 4 the devotee. He spends 1 vigor, he's down to 8, to move the palisade. There. It's the devotee's time. The devotee will use Unchain. She becomes the 3rd fiercest champion. She is not held, and she will receive Inspire 1 and Empower 2. And then she employs Fervent Attack and becomes the fiercest champion. You may make an attack and discard as many inspiration tokens as you want to. And she's got the max 4. So that's 5 dice for each inspiration token for a total of 20 dice. If she does a wound, you either receive Invigorate 4 or Inspire 1. 20 dice from her maneuver, 4 from Empower, and 3 from her weapons. That's 27 dice. Now, any dice above 20 is an automatic 2 points of damage, so that's 7 times 2, 14. That's already 2 wounds. Cerberus has a total of 9 cards. Could she one-shot him? 6 hits and 5 fumbles. Much better. That will total 22 hits and 6 fumbles, plus the guaranteed 14 hits. That's 36. That is a multiple of 7, 5 times. So 5 wounds. Inflict 3 plus 4, 7 damage on each character within range 1 of Cerberus. There is no one but the knights. Face the fiercest champion. Cerberus already is doing that. And then move 1 with Destroyer 4, distancing from that champion. Say goodbye to the knights. And now he has a straight shot to Dante, but thankfully this palisade is conveniently located. It's the Malefactor's turn, and once again, we have Frenzied Assault. Move 3 with Destroyer 8 in a straight line. Then face the devotee, and that devotee will suffer Stun 3 with Fatigue 3. He'll shove the pillar north, and steps into a trap and a palisade, so 2 wounds, and his movement is stopped. The devotee can take Stun 2, but the 3rd stun will result in 3 vigor loss. She's down to 9. But Cerberus only has 2 cards remaining in his deck. The only thing happening on this event card is the knights will amass 2. We'll place both of them there. And the gluttons will move 2 towards the fiercest champion, which is the devotee, and inflict 4 damage on each non-glutton character in the area they are in. Then raise up to 2 fainted gluttons. Return this to the bottom of the deck after resolving. Now, the gluttons are not champions, so my understanding is they cannot traipse across pillars to get to the other building where the devotee is. And since they cannot reach her, my assumption is that they would go after the next fiercest champion, which is the mercenary. And the mercenary will take 4 damage. He is down to 4 vigor. Raise 1 and 2. New round, prepare 1, invigorate 3, and rebuild the deck. The outlaw has 10 vigor, devotee 12, artist 12, and mercenary 7. The outlaw picked up the enamor sin card, and the devotee picked up the enrage sin card. The outlaw is going to go first. Pagan's Sacrament to become the 3rd fiercest champion. He will invigorate 2 and empower 4, so he's up to 12 vigor. Then draw a sin card to receive 1 aggressiveness token. He picks up the betray sin card and places a trap in the zone behind Cerberus. He will use Waters of Cositis to remove a sin card from his hand, and the devotee will spend 1 vigor to deliver 5th Bolgia Tar to the outlaw. She's down to 11. And he will climb down for 1 vigor, and he is down to 11 vigor. He will play Canister Shot to become the most fiercest champion, 2 dice bonus, plus he will remove the 2 traps on the board for an additional 4, so that's 8, 10, 3 from his weapon, 4 from Empower, so he's rolling 17 dice. And he has an aggressiveness token. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 1 wound. He needs 1 more wound. 9, 10, 11, 12. He spends his aggressive token for 18 damage. That's the last 2 wounds, and there will be no counterattack because he will cancel that with 5th Bulge's Tar. Screams of euphoria and terror reverberate through the stands and join Apicius's laughter. The gourmet, who was looking forward to a spectacle of blood, guts, and suffering, could not be more satisfied. For those below, however, survival is the only thing that matters. You fight bravely, striking the beast whenever you have the chance, until, finally, the monster falls, howling. "By Beatrice's soul! What have you done?" Dante screams as soon as you free him. "The hound is weak and will no longer be able to impose order here. The Circle of the Gluttons is lost." His lament is enough to silence you. When sniffing the slightest scent of weakness, just like lions and wolves, the Gluttons rush at the beast, completely ignoring you. A momentary relief that gives you the opportunity to abandon the carnage and head to the 4th circle. Take the rank 1 Sacred Treasures deck from the caravan box and place it on the table. Each champion chooses 2 of these cards and takes them. Here are the first 2. 3 and 4. 5 and 6. And 7 and 8. If the caravan has discovery card number 10, they do not. Otherwise, proceed to the game save instructions. Return any tokens the champions have to their tray. Place the Confrontation objective card the caravan completed and the discovery cards they have picked up in the caravan box. Rebuild the Arcana, Wounds, Sins, and Findings decks, returning any cards that are in a Malefactor's action deck or on the champions' boards or hands to them. Undo the setup for this Confrontation and store any Confrontation objective cards that haven't been completed, the Malefactor status card, and the Malefactor's action and Confrontation event decks. If you are ending the game session, store all maneuver cards and equipment wielded by your champion in their champion box. This will be your champion's starting state for the next circle. Otherwise, if you keep playing, prepare the caravan as you would at the beginning of each circle. Well, my friends, that was another successful confrontation, this time against Cerberus. It was certainly scary in the beginning as a losing condition when Cerberus enters the space of Dante. It seemed almost impossible to predict if he's going to do that or not. I happened to be fortunate to get the cards that I needed, and being able to redirect him in a timely manner, and being able to place a palisade, and to be able to cancel a counterattack. I enjoyed having the minions, at least the gluttons. It was something that I had to divert my attention to in order to handle Cerberus. Otherwise, they would have chipped away at our health, having started with 1 wound each, and the mercenary close to being defeated. So I liked having to focus on someone else, as opposed to just ganging up on the boss. And I don't know how I would have managed if the knights were against me. It was fun riding Cerberus, being in his blind spot, and I think a lot of the new cards were very useful. So that will do it for this session of Dante Inferno. We are a third of the way there. Thank you so much for joining me in this adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content with as many people as you know. It helps me tremendously. Thank you very much. My name is Gambit, and I'll see you in the next episode where I play it quick.